Hello and welcome, you amazing person. My name is Rob. I am the Manic Gaming Guy, and today we're taking another bash at Automation and BeamNG. We're going to be building... Yes, I messed up. You're welcome. We are building a crazy car in Automation, the car company tycoon game, and then exporting it to BeamNG. I love doing this, either building a crazy car or just a plain normal car. No matter what I build, it's always great fun. And today's car is nothing short of a special one. We have gone for the most smallest car you can build in Automation Tycoon. This car is equal. It's the most smallest wheelbase you can pick in the selection. And then to top it off, I put the most smallest engine that BeamNG will let you put in a car. So, you ready? Let's do this. Let's jump over to Automation Tycoon and have a little peek at this beast.
And here we are in the beautiful game that is Automation, the car company tycoon game. Woohoo! I do enjoy this a bit too much, I do have to say. So here we are with today's car, a very small car, because that was the aim, to build Automation's smallest car and see how mental we can make it. I have tried making it light as possible, mostly light as possible. There's some changes I can still do to make it even lighter. Should we go through the stats, shall we, so you can actually see it? I haven't done the inside, by the way, I'm sorry. It's not done yet. It is one-seater, so one day I'll get that done soon, hopefully. But yeah, it looks quite fun and scary from the outside. Keep in mind, this car is small, just in case you're thinking it's normal size, it is not. And here it is, the body we picked, a 1946 sedan, 1.8 meter. Now, if you keep scrolling down on the wheelbase length, this is how I found the smallest car, by the way. You'll soon realize all the cars disappear, and when you get to 1.8, you're left with these are mods, so we ignore them. Go away, mod bodies. This is it. This is the smallest car in Automation, which we're going to be putting the smallest engine into. So let's have a look at that, shall we? But first, let's talk chassis. The panel material is carbon fiber. The chassis type is semi-space framed. It's aluminium chassis material. And the engine placement is front longitude with double wishbone on the front suspension and the rear suspension being push rods. We just went for utter lightness and we've bumped the quality up like a madman. The brakes are way too stiff, so you always have to have ABS on or you just lock them up instantly. The engine, as small as I could think and see and do, was an inline 3.2. It's a 295. Okay, it's closer to 0.3 of a litre. That's tiny. Super, I just cranked these right down. It's aluminium billet because that is the power density. It's got the most, it can take the most power. Block material. Dual overhead cam. Bow, it's got 5 of those per cam pistonness. Head material is aluminium silicon. And the quality, like I said, is cranked right up. We're getting 145 brake horsepower. And that's peaking at 10,600 revs. But the red line is set to 12,000 horsepower. Now keep in mind, before you hit 4,000, the horsepower you have is 25 brake horsepower, which isn't much to move anything really, because it is a very small engine. And then the turbo kicks in, whap! And then suddenly you start getting some power. So you have to always keep in the revs in this car, which makes it a bit more fun and challenging to drive. I did realize I can make the car even smaller of these after I built the engine. I'm not going to do it now, but maybe that's for another video. We'll make an even smaller engine, and maybe we'll pick a mod and make an even smaller modded car. I don't know. Crank is bullet steel. The can rods are, or con rods, I guess you could say it, are titanium. The pistons are forged lights, and we have no balancing because it just wasn't needed really. The only thing we're stressing out is the power. This thing can rev up to almost 20,000 revs, but obviously the game doesn't allow us to do that. And yeah, so we're fully okay in all of that sort of stuff, and all of the stress is all set up and tuned. Like you can see, we're pushing the engine to the very max. I actually did have the engine at 215 brake horsepower at some point, but the turbo was coming in over here. And so just imagine having like, you know, 50 brake horsepower and suddenly you got 215 brake horsepower. It wasn't the best tune, so this is what I've gone for. A little bit less power, but a bit more of a cleaner bound. Quality 15 all round. Compression is 12.8. This is mad if you think about the compression ratio. Well, I have a turbo, so normally your compression wouldn't be like that. So, yeah, there was a lot of dancing back and forth. It took me a few hours to get this engine right. So, just go with the graphs. That's what I do. Go with the graphs. Turbocharged, just one smart boost. It's a 35 mil, so it's not a very big turbo. Ended up being, well, it's moderate to the engine size, I guess. Like, you can put bigger turbos on it, but then things start going wrong. So I'm not going to touch that. Yeah, direct injection, race. Yeah, I tuned it up. We got the old methanol in the engine. So that's quite a good amount of juice coming out from that. Turbo headless. Yeah, straight through. Baffled exhaust. Single exhaust. Tuned well. Okay, so that's the engine over. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the stats. There's some extra stats in case you want to see them. Feel free to pause the screen. Like this, the fuel economy is 11.1%. That sounds bad. Yep, sounds really bad. Here's the pink car again, with little blue eyes. Very cool indeed, I think. Quality of everything is so up to 15, unless the car didn't need 15 quality, like the brakes and things, and then I've turned it right down. The paint is this crazy pink. Hope you enjoy it. Downforce, we got one on the front and one on the back. That did have a bit more of an angle, but it will do. It looks fine. Yeah, there's my tune of the engine. We've got 60 miles an hour of first gear. The spread is very close to first gear. The only reason I feel like the spread needs to be that close is for cornering. Sometimes you're not in the right boost area, or, you know, the right revs. And the idea of gear changing is to try and keep closest to the rev limiter peak, I suppose. So you've got maximum torque and brake horsepower to change gears through. And that's hence these dip points. You wouldn't really change gear here. You're meant to change gear here and then hopefully drop down to like this point. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. 170 miles an hour top speed out of a 0.3 engine. That's ridiculous. My engine's like 5 times the size, and then it barely does 120. If that. Yeah, we got advanced all-wheel drives. Yeah, we could lose a bit of weight here. We could go to wheel wheel-drive, and we'll lose, you know, a good amount of weight. But I like the fact we got all-wheel drive. It's got sequential gearbox, 6 speeds, so you don't even have to use a clutch, which is quite fun. You just tap your way for the gears. Quite hilarious. It's a clutched race LSD, and it's 80% power to the rear. 15 all around on that one. Radial sports compound tyres, so we probably get a bit more grip out of this, but 1.17 Gs in corners is still pretty good impressiveness. We've got 98% on the handling wise. It looks like we can add a bit of grip to the front end, but I'm going to leave it as it is for this video. Wheels are 155, which is still probably quite wide for a car this size, but it's doing the trick. It helps me stay in the corners. It's what we want. Brakes, I cannot get the brakes to work properly and line up, so yeah, brakes. There you go. Quality 5.0. Downforce, I do have some downforce. There you go. Could it be different? Maybe a little bit more on the front? I don't know. Possibly. And it does the trick. The all-wheel drive is what keep me in the corners really in this one. No under tray needed. Quality set to 15. Detachable roof soft top. I did that mainly for the weight. 1 seat in the front. It's race with no entertainment. It's just you and that sequential gearbox. And a broom broom van time. We've got a rack and pin on the steering. My steering wheel shakes when I'm not holding it, so that's quite annoying having that on there, but I think it's more dead zone problems with my wheel than it is anything. ABS, so no traction control, just the ABS. Yeah, leave that on, that's for sure, because the brakes are so badly tuned. Quality 15 everywhere. Advanced safety. I could even brought this down, and that would have made the car a hell of a lot lighter. Oh, now that's something I might have to do at some point. The car is ridiculously light, as I'll show you in a minute. The weight distribution is chucked right to the back. Optimized weight, of course. Active sport springs, semi-dampers, and passive sway bar. Tuning was like so, very, very sporty to get this sort of set up. Now in the markets, no one wants this car, of course. Performance, It will get to 0 to 60, 2 miles an hour in just under 3 seconds, which is ridiculous for a car that's not even a 1 litre. It's smaller than, like, it's half the size of a Yaris engine. Jesus, this is tiny. Like, the K cars, like, this is like a third of a K car size engine. That's how tiny this engine is. It'll do a 1/4 mile in 11 seconds. It'll put shame to most, like, Ferraris. That's hilarious. Yeah, and the weight of it is 399 kilograms, which we'll find in this bit easier. Yeah, 399 kilograms, so it's light. Very light. 54% in the front and 46% in the rear, so it's almost front mid-engined. I think it's near enough you could say this is a front mid-engined car with those sort of weights. Yeah, 145 brake horsepower, pushing out a lot of speed. Lovely. Around the test track, I'm not expecting much, but then again, you know, maybe it'd do alright. Oh, that was loud. 202, not too bad. Not 202 for bad. Oh yeah, there's a lot of warnings on this car. Mainly to do with the suspension and brakes, which is pretty normal to have, and some wheels that are too wide. If you guys are interested in any fun stats in the background, feel free to pause the video. Or just put it in slow motion, that'd be quite funny. There we go.
And there you have it. A very small, pink, scary car. This thing, though, is ridiculously fun to drive. Trust me, it handles really fun. It doesn't really kick you out, because obviously it's just a really small engine. You've only got 145 brake horsepower, but when your car only weighs 400 kilograms, that soon adds up to a lot of brake horsepower per weightness. So yeah, so without further ado, we're going to jump over now into BeamNG, where I've been working on my own little custom lake map, and we're going to be taking the car around it. I did originally have some traffic on there, but the traffic kept crashing into each other, and then I just crashed into the traffic. It was taking me way too long to get the footage I wanted, so I took the traffic off. So you just get to see this car with some fun angles going around this crazy lake that I've made. If you want to know how I made it or want to make your own sort of map, I do run a tutorial thing. Go find a playlist. Thank you very much. You're welcome. And also, without the, do a good thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it so far, because here comes some more crazy fun stuff in BeamNG. So there you have it. There is the car being made in Automation, the car company tycoon game, and then being exported to BeamNG.drive, where we have a custom map that I self-built myself. Yeah, I definitely didn't say that sentence properly. And yeah, and then we have a lot of fun. I love doing this. It's great skills, and I actually want to say a big thank you to someone. I'll put his name on the TV now so you can see it. I have my first Patreon. I've been meaning to say thank you at the end of videos, but I've been so far behind in all my editing. I'm sorry. Yeah, so yeah, thank you to this person. They showed a bit of support to me and wanted me to finish the Taste of the UK map. I'll also be sending them some other treats while I work on stuff as I do it in the background. Hopefully they enjoy that. But yeah, if you wish to support me, if you've got some spare cash, feel free to jump over to Patreon and slap on some subscription, and I'll send you all the updates of things as I make them. The more people go on there, more likely I am just to make some random stuff for you guys to play on as I make it in the background. And when it finally gets custom released, we'll put your name in somewhere in the map, and it'll be perfect there as a supporter while we made this map. So thank you very much for watching the video, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. I've been the Man of Gaming Guy, and you've been an amazing person. Keep it real, stay safe, and share that love. If you like, hit the like button. Bye-bye!